Hey everybody, welcome back to my channel, Sonic Sound. If you're new here, I review new songs that I haven't heard before, and I also revisit some old favorites. Today, we have another new song. It's like everybody's putting out new music, or everybody that I like at least, so I'm pumped. Today we have Dead Horse by Hayley Williams, and it just came out. It's on Petals For Armor Part 2. She's releasing the Petals For Armor project in 3 increments, and then the full length is coming out in May. And this is the last song off of part 2. So spoiler alert, because I did a review of Why We Ever, another song off of Petals For Armor. I loved that song. I loved it so much. I loved the video. I loved the direction that song took. Just everything about it. If you want to see some more thoughts, check out that video up here, or I'll also link it in the description. So far from Petals For Armor 1 and part 2, I like a couple songs definitely more than the others, those being Over Yet, Why We Ever, and Simmer, and even Sudden Desire. Those are probably like my top 4 from the songs that she's put out. The other songs are good, like Roses, Lotus, Violet, Iris. That's a good song. My Friend is pretty decent as well, but those 4 that I mentioned are probably my favorites. And I'm pretty interested to see part 3, kind of where she takes it. However, this is the final song in part 2. Part 2 has been more of a favorite of mine out of the part 1 and part 2 so far. So let's see if she can end this in a strong effort. I'm kind of curious actually with you guys. A couple of you mentioned Dead Horse because it came out and it's been a couple days since it's been out. What are some of your favorite songs so far out of the 2 parts of the Petals For Armor release? Overall, I'm loving Petals For Armor. There's definitely some misses off of the record so far, like Creepin'. In my opinion, that just sounds like a total kind of throwaway song. I can kind of appreciate it for what it is, but it's just a miss for me. The music video was cool, but musically, that song just does nothing for me. But then there's songs like Why We Ever, which I feel like is one of the stronger songs off the release so far. And I just listened to it, and I've been listening to it for the past couple days, so it's so fresh in my mind. I love that song. Maybe Dead Horse is like it, maybe it's not. Some of these songs don't sound anything alike, so I am super interested to see what we're getting into. All right, enough chit-chatting. Let's get the earbuds in, take a sip of the beer, and let's dive in to Dead Horse. All right, let's get into it.
All right, it took me 3 days to send you this, but
that's her dog, Alf.
I was in a depression, but I'm trying to come out of it now.
Every morning I wake up from a dream of you holding me.
Initial thoughts, very cool. Love the beat. Like how our dog Alf was included kind of in the background there. And also the little audio snippet from the beginning is very interesting because Hayley Williams has been very open about her mental health and, the struggles and, trials and tribulations she's been through, a divorce, and probably a bunch of other stuff that we have no idea about. So really cool that she kind of included something like that and, to be vulnerable like that. So ready to dive into this song. Sorry for pausing it. Anyway, here we go.
Water, is that a dream or a memory? Held my breath for a decade. Dyed my hair blue to match my lips. Cool of me to try. Pretty cool, I'm still alive. I beat it like a dead horse. I beat it like a drum. Overstayed with you too long. Skipping like a record. I sang along to a silly little song. I said I beat it like a dead horse. I beat it like a drum. Overstayed with you too long. Skipping like a record. I sang along a shitty never-ending song. Sometimes it's good to be the bigger person, but I'm so small I can't compare. And after all, it's only fair I beat it like a dead horse, I beat it like a drum. Oh, I stayed with you too long, skipping like a record. I sang along to a silly little song. I said I beat it like a dead horse, I beat it like a drum. Oh, I stayed with you too long, skipping like a record. I sang along to your silly little song. When I said goodbye, I hope you cried. 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 I beat it like a dead horse, I beat it like a drum. Oh, I stayed with you too long, skipping like a record. I sang along to a silly little song. I said I beat it like a dead horse, I beat it like a drum. Oh, I stayed with you too long, skipping like a record. I sang along, and now you get another song.
All right, there's Dead Horse by Hayley Williams, the final song off of part 2 of Petals For Armor. I like the song. I like it a lot. It's funny because I saw a post about it and she had mentioned something about the ya ya ya's or the yeah yeah yeahs, and I didn't know what it was about. She was influenced from I think an African band that she heard, and she kind of incorporated that, chant, that sound into the song. So that was cool. I mean, it wasn't one of my favorite parts of the song. Definitely the chorus is probably the best part about the song, along with the beginning and just the overall beat of the song I enjoy a lot. It's interesting because this is definitely about her divorce with Chad, Newfound Glory guitarist. It's hard to pick out lyrics when you can't see them or you're not reading them. Let me see if they're in the description here. Oh, they are. Let's see. I beat it like a dead horse. I beat it like a drum. Oh, I stayed with you too long. Skipping like a record. I sang along to a silly little song. So definitely talking about how their relationship went on for longer than it should have. What really tipped me off about this, though, was when she said, held my breath for a decade, because I think they were together for 10 years or around that, time. And yeah, I was like, okay, this is about to be some shade thrown. It's interesting because I'm seeing some comments down here like this is probably the best song off Petals For Armor until now. Oh my heart. I feel like people are definitely identifying with the topic of the song. It's very clear. So maybe that's why it's their favorite song. It's definitely not my favorite song off the release so far. I still got to give that award to maybe Why We Ever. That song is beautiful and sad, but also just like kind of hopeful. I love that song so much. I keep listening to it. After I did the review, I can't stop listening to that. I'm going to have to listen to this song a couple more times. Ooh, here's somebody making a connection to the song Pool on After Laughter, which was also definitely about Hayley's previous relationship. In Pool, it says, dive right back into you, who I'm diving into. In Dead Horse, it says, every morning I wake up from a dream of you holding me underwater. Ooh, references to past songs in new songs. I'm living for it. Also in Pool is I'm underwater, no air in my lungs. And in Dead Horse, it says held my breath for a decade. Love it. It's so cool seeing all the comments of like people reading into the lyrics and stuff like that. I mean, obviously it's like we want to respect your space and stuff like that, but like you wrote a song about your relationship. Anyway, overall, let's rate this song. Okay, so Dead Horse, what are we rating you? I'm comparing it strictly to the other songs off the album so far, and I'm gonna put it kind of in the middle of the pack, maybe upper middle of the pack, maybe like my 5th or 6th favorite off the record. So we're gonna go ahead and give it a 6.5. I'm gonna give it a 6.5. I dig the beat, I dig the vibes. I definitely think the lyrics are good, but it didn't like blow me away. It wasn't like knocking my socks off. So 6.5, Dead Horse. I'm digging it. I'm liking it. I'm feeling it. But yeah, didn't blow me away. What are some of your favorite songs off the Petals For Armor record so far? And are you excited about part 3? Do you think part 2 was better than part 1? Let's talk about it. I would love to talk some Petals For Armor with my fellow peeps out there, my fellow Paramore and Hayley Williams fans out there. So yeah, let's talk about it. Thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you guys dig the song. Hope you dig the review and the reaction. And yeah, thank you so much for stopping by. I will see you guys in the next episode later. Moose, what are you doing? My like 20-pound cat is getting in some kind of ruckus in the back room. All right. Record the screen. Sometimes I forget to record the screen, and that's a problem. This thing on her head here in the picture, I'll put it on the screen, kind of looks like a salon type deal. What if the whole music video was in a salon, like a total curveball? That would be wild.
I beat it like a dead horse.